for chilling with your girl. We are on Vlogmas day 4. We're gonna keep it going, okay? Today's video I thought would be like a mix-up between Christmas gift ideas and also Christmas budgeting tips, because this is a very, very stressful time of year for a lot of people, and especially now with, with the Rona and everything, people being out of work, money might be a little tight. Money actually is always tight, but with this year, it's been especially hard. And so I just wanted to kind of like give you guys a little insight on what you should do, what you shouldn't do, things like that. So when it comes to budgeting for Christmas, always think about it like this. Come January, you got to pay that back. So keep that in mind when you're buying items. Do not break your pockets on a Christmas present. Just don't do it. It's not necessary, right? Christmas is supposed to be about Christ, hence the name. I understand that man has just totally changed that. We kind of get off track. We want to buy the biggest and the baddest present for whoever we want to get it for. I get that. There's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes people, they let it consume them. And then, I don't know, they break their pockets. They get to the point where they just feel like if it didn't cost, if it didn't cost $1,000, it's not worth it. That's not the case. Sometimes you can make something. You can do it like a DIY Christmas present for somebody, and it will be way better than what you could find in the store. Why? Because it came from the heart, because it came from you. Try to think of it that way. Try. Don't feel bad if you can't buy the most glamorous gift for somebody. I know it's pressure, because they may get something from someone else and then you feel like a schmuck because you couldn't do the same thing. Just try not to let it get you like that. It's one day. It's one day a year. All right. So, like I said, don't break your pockets. Stay within your means. Stay within your budget, because in January, when you have to pay that back, you can't go to that person that you bought that gift from and be like, yo, can you give me back, half of this on this? You can't do that. So make sure that you can actually afford it. In general, when you're using credit, that should be your general rule. Do not spend more than you can afford to pay back in 30 days. Okay? So, with that being said, I know kids can get quite expensive on the holidays. They might want, the newest iPhone. They may want a computer. They may want some sneakers or whatever. And all of that stuff is extremely, extremely expensive. And it's a lot of pressure for families. It's a lot of pressure for the parents, the grandparents, all of that good stuff. I'm going to tell you like this. If they don't deserve it, don't get it. Period. Your kid is still going to be your kid. Your kid is still going to love you. Life will go on. They are kids. They are resilient. It's not the end of the world. Because guess what? You do for them all throughout the year. Christmas is not the only time that you buy them something. They may look at it that way, but that's because they're kids. And you did the same thing when you was a kid. So you have to kind of think of it from that perspective, right? Don't let it stress you out. Get what you can afford to get, and that's that. I will also say, when you're buying a gift for someone, don't buy them what you want them to have. Think about that person. Like, if it's your wife, think about the things that she actually likes. Think about something that she would actually use. There's nothing wrong with giving a practical gift. It doesn't always have to be like a huge diamond rock, or, a necklace, or, whatever, a Coach bag, a Celine bag, a Gucci bag, whatever. Those are great. Now, don't get it twisted, because your girl, she loves her Gucci. But if that's not your girl's style, don't get it for her, because guess what? She's not going to use it, and then it's just going to sit and collect dust. And that stuff is not cheap. So pay attention to what she likes. Pay attention to what he likes. Little things. It could be a tie. It could be a pair of socks. That's like $20 or something like that. If that's what they like, get them what they like. That way it will be appreciated. Come Christmas morning, they can be like, oh my God, you got me this. I'm so excited. Not like, oh, thanks. It's great. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's not always about how much something costs. It's more about if it's the style of the person, if it matches that person. If you are with someone and they're, completely into hair or completely into makeup, get the makeup. Don't go out and buy them some Jordans and all they wear is heels. Pay attention. Pay attention to what people like. This applies for, your spouses. This applies to parents, whatever, even your kids. Pay attention to what they like so that they'll appreciate it more when they get it. Okay? Another thing with regard to budgeting, what you could do is prior to Christmas season, you can make a list of every single person that you're going to buy something for. And you can set a budget for each person so that you don't go over that budget. I feel like once you write things down, it becomes tangible, it's real, you can focus on it, you can look at it, and that's what you should stick to. Learn to stick to a budget. And also, don't feel obligated to buy somebody something just because A, you either think they're going to buy you something, or B, because they did buy you something. You're not obligated to nobody. If you don't want to get somebody something, don't get them anything. You know, it's not really about that. It's about giving. It's about love. It's about family. It's about friends, things like that. And people kind of like, they steer away from that. It's just about breaking the bank. And that's not what you want to do. Another tip that I'm going to say is when you're buying presents for kids, keep in mind the older that they get, actually, not even the older they get, any kid, Christmas morning is like no other, right? They see all the presents. Oh my God. They run to it. They open it. They play with it. First day, second day, maybe third day, done. They're not thinking about it no more. So don't go out and kill yourself buying, the newest PlayStation. You know how much that PlayStation costs, first of all? I think it's like $500, something like that. But that's how much all of them systems cost, when they first come out. Then when they're out for a minute, they drop in price. Kids don't care about that. They don't stick to it. You can buy your girl 20 Barbie dolls, right? Christmas, let's say Christmas is Monday. By Wednesday, she ain't thinking about them no more. She's back, to watching TV or whatever. Kids they don't have the attention span like that. Some do. I'll give some of them credit, but for the most part, kids just do not have the attention span to sit and stick with the toys that they got for whatever reason they got them for, whether it's their birthday or whether it's Christmas. That's why you can buy somebody something or buy a child something, and then 3 days later they're asking you, if you guys are in the store, they're asking you for something else. Why? Because that's just how they are. They always want. So think about that when you're buying stuff. Don't kill yourself buying something super expensive, because I'm gonna tell you, in a couple of days, they're not gonna care about it, they're not gonna remember it, they're not gonna think about it, they're gonna throw a temper tantrum, and it's not worth it. It's really and truly not worth it. Try to make memories more so, so even if you can only afford to buy somebody one thing, make it a special one thing, something that that they're really, really going to like, that they really will remember and they'll cherish and they'll look back on, and that's the memory. Forget about the money cost. Let me tell you something. You go to Dollar Tree, you go to Walmart, Target, all of that stuff, and they have a lot of, another place, TJ Maxx, they be hitting Home Goods, Marshalls, all of that stuff. They have so many great gift ideas. And it looks like it's come from, like a fancy department store or something like that. People don't know. Just take the tag off, whatever. It is what it is. I'm not saying you have to be cheap, but just be mindful. Just because you give a present does not mean that you have to sit here and spend $1,000 on it. It really doesn't. You can spend 20 and it looks the same, and they really won't know the difference. Which goes back to my original point about thinking about the person who you're shopping for. Get them things that they like, not things that you like. Another tip that you can do is, people mention throughout the year things, I like this. I would like to have that. Remember that. Write it down. Put it in your phone. Put it in a notebook. Remember, so that when Christmas comes, you're not scrambling trying to figure out, what should I get for this person? Oh my God, I don't know what to get for this person. They have everything. She has everything. Pay attention. Just remember. Try to revert back to what they said that they like, what they may want, things like that. Save up for it if you can. Another really, really good thing, and I've done this for the past, 3 years now, it's called the Money Challenge. And I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it. And what that is you can either do it forwards or you can do it in reverse. So for people who get paid bi-weekly, which is every 2 weeks, you take a certain amount of money and you put it aside so that at the end of the year, well, not all the way at the end of December, but I think that it's the check right before Christmas, you're supposed to have $1,300 saved up. It might not seem a lot to some people who spend, a lot of money on their gifts, but to someone who has limited resources or, things like that, it's an easy way to help them get to a certain savings point to where that they can use that money to go shopping, and they don't have to stress in December, like, oh my God, I don't have this money. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? So it typically obviously starts in January, right? So the first thing you do is, if you're going in forward motion with the Money Challenge, you put $1. Then 2 weeks later, your next paycheck, you put $2. So every check, you double the amount that you put in there. And then at the end, you have, I think it's 1,300 or 1,350, something like that. If you do the money challenge in reverse, you start out with the highest amount. And off the top of my head, what is it? The highest amount that you will put in there, I think it's like either $50 or $100. So that's what you would start, and then you would go backwards. You would go down so that when December comes, you're still going to have the same amount. It doesn't change anything, but you're just starting at the highest end. You can also do, the $10,000 challenge or the $5,000 challenge. It's different ones, but I started doing it just for Christmas, and it wasn't because it was like, I don't know. I wanted to try to do it. I wanted to see if I could do it. I wanted to take like the ease and the stress and, just get that all out of the system for when December comes. I didn't want to have to worry about that. I just put money aside every month, or every paycheck rather. And, it worked perfectly. And I had money left over. It's not because I'm cheap, because I'm not. Your girl is just smart in the way she shops. So I had money left over, and that went into the pool for the next Christmas automatically. And yeah, it's a great idea. It's a great tool. You guys definitely should look into it. Just Google it. All you have to do is do what is it? 2020 money challenge, or for next year it'll be 2021 money challenge. And they have some of them where they have the actual dates so that it keeps you on track, and it tells you what date you're supposed to put what amount of money in and things like that. You can print it out. You check it off each paycheck, good to go. They also have it for people who get paid weekly, and they have one for people who get paid semi-monthly. So that's twice a month. And yeah, that's it. So I just wanted to give you guys a few tips on how you can stay on track for the Christmas holiday, how you can save some money, how you can figure out what you want to buy for whoever you choose to buy something for, or if you choose not to buy anything for anyone. It's your prerogative. There's no law that says you have to buy anybody anything for Christmas, because that's technically what Christmas is. It's not about that. It's not about that. It's about Jesus. But you know how men are. We just or man is. We just get to that point. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Your girl is trying to keep it going, okay? And just like, right? Subscribe and comment. You can give me a positive comment. You can give me a negative comment. It's okay as long as you engage with me. That's cool. That means I know you're watching. So I love it either way. I will see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Peace.